Good morning, it's Elaine with Elaine's Custom Cards, and this is the card I'm making today. I am going to change the sentiment because I want to do a get well card using this theme. This one is a thank you. It says, "Thank you for being my friend." And then, "Of all the blossoms in life's garden, friendship is the most fragrant." And I've used this before. I did a Christmas card with poinsettias on the top of this, but I thought it would be fun to do it with some of the free celebration papers. So let me tell you what I'm using that you can get for free. This DSP is a free item in here. It's this paper right here. It's free with a $50 purchase. And then this stamp set that I used is called Punch Party here, and that one is also free that a host can get with a $300 order. You can get this for free. Plus you get not only will you get this for free, but you can get several packs of the paper. You can get this paper. There's the donkey, darling donkeys. There's Approaching Perfection. There's this DSP, this stamp set, this one. These are all with $50 order. Here's this paper that I'm using. Then this one, with a $100 order, you can get this stamp set. And this is also the stamps and the paper you can get with free with a $100 order. So there's quite a few things in here that you can get just by ordering. So with a $300 order, you get this stamp set, and then you can pick either 6 $50 items for free, or you can pick 2 $50 items and 2 $100 items, however you want to do it. This ends on February 28th, so you don't have very much longer. So let's get started on this card. I'll tell you as we go along what I used. So for this sentiment I use hope you feel better really soon. That's right here. And then I used the Grace's Garden stamp and die set. This is sold as a bundle. I think it's still a bundle. This is in the annual catalog. Let me make sure it's a bundle. It might not be a bundle anymore. Let's see. So look it up in here. They said it's called Grace's Garden. Find it for you. It's on page 86. Oh, it's not a bundle anymore. You can buy the stamps and then the dies separately. It was a bundle in the last catalog. But anyway, I use this and the dies, and you buy them separately. And then for the inside of this card, I used this stamp set right here. And I got this sentiment from here's a card stamp set. "Thank you for being my friend." That's where I got this sentiment. Okay, a lot of stuff to tell you. This sentiment came from Dandelion Wishes. It says, "Sending well wishes your way." And I wanted this to say, "Sending get well wishes your way." So I used this stamp set called Make a Difference and used the individual letters, the G, E, and the T, to spell get. So I wanted that to look like that. And then I used, for this right here, I used this little image right here. And then I used the kitty and the bird. And then I cut out my gate with the I don't know what you call that, just a thing over the top of the gate using this. Here's the kitty die and the bird, and then for the hole that I made so that I could put the flowers behind it, I used this. And then I use this for the leaves that are on the top of the trellis. And for these flowers, I used this die. It's called Always Dies, and I use these little flowers. And you can buy this one as a bundle. It's Always Dies and then Forever and Always stamp set. I didn't use any of these, just the dies. Okay, now for this, cut these two things out right here. I used the rectangular stitch framelits, and let me tell you which ones I used so you get the right sizes. I used the second to the largest and then the next one down for this right here. Okay. And then for this one, I used the Stitch So Sweetly dies, and I used the smallest one. For this one, I used the layering ovals and the two smallest ones, the small plain one and the small scalloped one. And this is Cherry Cobbler, Bumblebee, and this is the blue. Let me tell you what color blue it is. Balmy blue. So, and then this is just white. And then this is the thick white. And this is Granny Apple Green. So those are the colors and the sizes. And then I used pearls and I colored them with, this is Dark Mango Melody. I just colored them so that they would be kind of yellow. You just go like this. Oops. Tell them not to move, and you just kind of color them. I don't know why it moved, but anyway, we don't want to lose that. So let's get started. This one is 3 by 4 3/8, so you want to cut your piece of paper or cardstock a little bit bigger, 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, so you can cut that out or die cut that out. This one is 4 3/4 by 3 3/8, so you might want to make it about 5 by 3 7/8 or 5/8. And the Balmy Blue is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And my piece of DSP, which is the Flower and Field Designer Series paper that's free, it is 4 by 2 5/8. My inside panel is 4 7/8 by 3 5/8. And then this, what I've done here is cut out 4 of these with the thick white cardstock because I wanted to glue them together. And you can get 4 out of a half a sheet of your cardstock. So if your cardstock is this big right here, you can get 4 out of a half a sheet of cardstock. And then you can cut with the center pieces that are left over. When you cut out, you can do your cats, because I did 4 kitties and 4 birds. And then you can get one of these. And then I just used a scrap, or you can do the center of this because nobody's going to see it. You can die cut this out of the center of your red, and you can get your flowers out of it as well. And then for these, you just need a scrap so that you can cut 2 of the long ones and 1 of the short ones for that. Okay, now let's put this together. Since I've already got this done, we'll go ahead and glue this to the inside, because we're not doing anything else to the inside. I've stamped everything. This is Cherry Cobbler and Bumblebee, because I used Bumblebee on, this is Bumblebee cardstock here. And those are the colors that, these are the colors that are in the Designer Series paper other than the Balmy Blue. I just like the blue background, so that's why I chose Balmy Blue for the background, or for the card base. So we'll go ahead and glue that inside. Okay. Now, I like to glue my things together first so that they don't slip around when I'm putting the card together. So we're going to glue this sentiment right on top of here. Yes, my brother-in-law was trimming or cleaning up his trees and doing some trimming after the ice storm, and he fell off his ladder and broke his ankle or his foot or something. So I thought I would send him a card. Don't know if he'll like flowers, but that's what he's going to get. So now we're going to take this right here. I've got 3 layers already glued, so I'm going to glue one more layer on here. And so I just go around like this. And I don't want it coming apart, so I'm putting glue on each fence post across the bottom. And then I'm going to lay this right on top. Just like so. And I use liquid glue. You can use the sticky paper before you die cut this and put this on there, but I found this was just as easy. This isn't a real super intricate die. And then I did the same thing here. This is this will be 4 layers when I'm done, the kitty and the bird. I stamped the cat with basic gray and then colored it in with the light basic gray. Bird, same thing. It's 4 layers, or it will be when I'm done. And I stamped it with navy and then colored it with the light balmy blue. So we're going to stick that bird on there. Sometimes teeny things are a little hard for me to handle. I'm starting to get arthritis in my hands, so sometimes my fingers don't work real well. So there's that. And I already put glue dots on the back of my flowers, and then we're going to put just a small amount of glue on these when we're ready. So let's get started on this. I want this to be glued right here. So what I'm going to do, because I don't want glue to go through, I'm going to put a very thin layer of glue around the edge of this. Now you can make this Designer Series paper bigger, so you don't have to worry about where you put the glue, but I found this worked just as well for me. So I'm going to just carefully lay that on top of there. Make sure your flowers are right side up. And then glue on the back of this. It's a lot of gluing. Fairly simple card. I know I always say that, but it is simple. I don't like too complicated. So get that glued on there. Make sure we're even. Looks mostly even. Okay. Now, before I go any farther, I'm going to glue this to the upper portion of the front of my card. Make sure I'm right side up. Because I want it in a certain spot. It's easier to glue if it's flat. So glue this to the upper section of the card because I need the lower section for the sentiment. I want it even side to side. Okay, now I'm going to put glue on the back of this, and I'm only going to put it around the outside edges. It doesn't need to be anywhere else. And then we're going to a little bit of cardstock there. There. You want to make sure that your none of your gold show, or you want to make sure your edges are even. It's like so. Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and put my kitty right here. Glue him on there. And then my bird. So we're going to decorate the top last. Okay. So we'll make it look like the bird's sitting on this post right here. Or this, yeah. The fence thing. The gate. Okay, I'm going to put this on here for now. Now, I want to go ahead and put this down here, and we're just going to use Stampin' Dimensionals. And you can use as many as you want. I think 2 is probably enough. And then you just center it underneath the gate here. Just like that. Okay? Now, we're going to do this part. I don't need any more dimensionals. These all have the glue dots already, and then we're going to use these. I'm going to bring this in because I'm going to put glue on these. And the first thing I did was cut this little stem off right here. I didn't need that. So we'll cut that off of each one of these. Okay. Then I kind of arranged it to where I put the side pieces on first. I laid them on there so I would know where to put the glue. And you just need little dabs of glue on a couple of the leaves. So like these 2 leaves right here. A little dab of glue. Okay. Just put that right about there. And then I kind of lifted this, it doesn't hurt it, and I put a little dab of glue here. It might be best to use my finger because I got too much. A little bit here. Just kind of lay that down, and then this leaf right here, these 2 leaves right here, put a little bit of glue on this one and this one. I'll lay that down. Oops. Over a little. It's like so. And then I took this one, and same thing. I laid it down where I wanted it. Like so. So I could see which leaves, so I'll put glue on this one, and this one, and maybe this one here. So we'll start with, oh, it looks like I kind of did it like that. Let's put it on these two. Here. A little bit on this one. I just don't want it on the ones that are hanging over. A little bit on this one. Oops. I don't want to put too much. And let's put some on these two. This one and that one. That way it stays where you put it. Okay? Now we're going to take this one, and it's just going to kind of go across the top. Napkin here. Okay. So this one, I'm going to put a dab of glue right here on that leaf. And it's going to cover up that piece of stem. Okay. Put a little bit right here on this leaf. And then this one, right here. Okay. And once you got the glue on all of those, you're going to take your flowers. And the first thing I'm going to do is put a flower right over the top of where I joined those, right here. Just like that. Okay. And another one kind of over here where I joined it here. And I want one at the very top, kind of. Right here. I don't want it symmetrical at all. I just want one there. I want it to sort of look random. And then I'm going to put one down here. Kind of over here on this leaf. Right there. Put that back down. Okay. You can always add more glue if it comes unstuck. And then we'll put one right here. Okay. And we're going to take our pearls that we've already colored and put one in the center of each flower. Hopefully they're sticky enough. Sometimes it's kind of hard when there's a hole in the center of the flower to get your pearl to stay. You can leave these white if you want. You don't have to color them yellow. I just like the way they looked, colored yellow. And one right here. And that's your card for today. To tell me what you think. If you like this card, please give me a thumbs up. And remember, celebration, go the little down arrow, take you to my blog, and or my online store. If you go to my blog, that you can also get to my online store there. And the host code is there. I'm giving away a package of the clear rhinestones with a $50 purchase. Use my host code. You have a blessed day and have fun stamping.